Hello, you guys. I scheduled it for later, just in case I didn't finish it later, but I came on early because I really got something to do later. So I'm gonna let y'all start coming into the room. Hey there, big girl. Her big girl. Yes, her is a big girl. Her is a big girl. Yes, her is a big girl. Her is a big girl. Hold on, you guys. Well, I'll let them start sending out the notes. BET Awards. Hey there, girl. Hey there, girl. I'm gonna let people start getting notifications. I decided to talk about something different today. This is something, listen, like some of my friends, of course, my friends are my age. They go, why don't you talk about relationships more? You know what? I feel comfortable, like sometimes telling about my old relationships, which I haven't had that many. But as far as having like a relationship panel, that's kind of something that I've stayed away from. Hey, Ronald. I'm gonna let other people start getting the notifications though. I don't know if I thought people were off of work today. I know a lot of people was off of work and they um they have like a 4-day weekend. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, a lot of people have like a 4-day weekend. He said I'm single and happy. But I always kind of stay away from people because I don't know if I don't know. Oftentimes I don't know. I know that we are like I know different people come into the chat though. I don't know who they are, and I don't ever want it to get into like a pissing match where people start becoming disrespectful to each other and stuff. Like I don't like that. You know, I like for adults to be able to talk about stuff without all of the craziness, right? I know people still probably got like family members and stuff that came in from out of town and all of that. Okay, so we'll start giving people other people the opportunity to start getting the notifications. He says mature adults shopping. Yeah, right. I like to have conversations. I like to have conversations. Believe it or not, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like I like to have conversations with mature men, and I'm talking about it when they're mature and they know how to handle conversations. Everybody don't know how to handle conversations, right? And so when people are mature and they know how to handle conversations, I don't have to, worry about them being disrespectful to the ladies and all of that, believe it or not, right? So what I kind of do is even in my real life, like if I'm in a setting where there are a lot of people and they start talking about relationships, I already know who's ignorant and who's not. And some men are so messed up, and women too. They be looking for any opportunity to talk about a certain situation so that they can start being disrespectful to the other gender. And I don't like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I think that I know that everybody is different. Hey, I know we be talking shit and stuff, but I understand that there are more men that are out there taking care of their families and stuff than not. He says old enough to take constructive criticism, right? And everybody can take constructive criticisms. If I'm in a conversation, we're supposed to be having a conversation, and every time a man talk about a woman, talking about a bitch, this, I do a bitch. That conversation is too low vibrational and I can't really even be in settings with people like that, and I have to get up out that setting because he's too ignorant. you know um he, first of all, he does not have any respect for any woman. So I don't understand how women can sit around and listen to that. I have cousins that are street dudes, and when they refer to women, they don't refer to them as that. They always say a woman. Okay. Um, they just, hey, just Leah. They don't do stuff like that. So I don't know what's going on now, but a lot of women kind of sit around and a lot of women kind of sort of sit around and listen to that. If you're supposed to be having an adult conversation, if you I don't need to be blogging. This is my blog. I can say and do whatever I want to do. Okay. This is my blog. Okay. So I tell you what, you don't need to be in this chat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ban you up out of here. I'm gonna do you a favor and block you. Okay. Because you must be one of those ignorant ones. Okay. That's my thing. If I say I don't want to be in a setting where a nigga is ignorant, he ain't been taught nothing, he ain't got no respect for his own damn mama, his daughters, nothing like that. Every time he talk about a woman, he referring to him as a bitch. This, fuck you. Get the fuck up out my chat, bitch. We don't want you in here. We don't deal with your kind. Okay, we don't deal with your kind. I only deal with mature men, okay, up in here. That's what we do. We deal with mature men over here. Okay. But I wanted to talk about, why are more black women single? Now we talk about this quite a bit, right? You hear, well, we haven't talked about it on here, but that's right. We want them up out of here. We ain't gonna even let them change the energy. We're gonna get them up out of here. Gonna tell me I don't need to be blogging. That's a man that's got a issue with me blogging, right? Probably because he know I'm better than him. Okay. But anyways, why are more black women single and black men just aren't committing? And you know what? Hey, I'm gonna talk about how I feel as it relates to that. I know, as being a single black woman, okay, and I know when I've been in relationships, it seems like to me, when I've been in relationships, my relationships have always lasted a very long time. Okay. Even when you already know, when people go, y'all gonna get married, if that person went around, I would go, no. I started thinking about, why do women do stuff like that? When you already know you've been with a person for a long time and people go, are y'all gonna get married? You go, no. So why do you stay when you already know this is not somebody, that you want to marry, right? And I was just looking at Instagram. I was looking at this guy talking. He used to be in a rap group, and he was talking about that men who I used to date a guy like that, and we dated for years. I had guys, and let me just say this, he was a good-hearted guy. He was not a bad guy at all. He was a good-hearted guy. And when people would ask me, he says women become disrespectful with their tongue. I agree that women are emotional and can become very disrespectful. Hey, listen, I think as women, we have to own our shit, because, I was talking to my mother about that too. Okay. I was talking to my mom about that too. And I asked my mother, I said, why do you think? Because I've had guys, I've ran some good ones off, and we all have. Then, we didn't run the ones that weren't good for us off fast enough. And so I used to always, when I used to ask my dad too, and my dad used to just chuckle and say, I don't know. I don't know. My dad wouldn't get in there when I would ask him that. But my mother was like, let me just say this. She said, I think, hey, Latasha, my mother said, I think for you, like, once you start, you don't like pressure, right? You don't like pressure. And what you say, you want to be married, but once you start feeling pressure, you run, you cut stuff off abruptly, and you leave people confused all the time. And I kind of been working on that because I thought about that. I was like, my mother said it, and another one of my friends said it. She was like, you are a runner. When you get scared that, a man is moving funny, and you fear that your heart is going to be broken, you start just cutting everything off. And I do that. I cut it right off. Go, he ain't get ready to get me. So I cut it off. But you're right. I think women can be extremely disrespectful. Some women, not all women, because there are a lot of good women. Some women can be very disrespectful, and women need to be very meticulous about how they use their tongue to try and annihilate their man, especially when you're dealing with a man that's a hard worker, that hey, he vibes off of being a real man. He could love you, but he don't, if he loves you, he don't want for his woman to be degrading him, especially in front of other people. Some women have it real bad. I've never done this, but some women have it real bad about wanting to get in front of their friends and stuff, right? And start talking, trying to get a laugh, talking, revealing stuff in front of their friends about their man, because they feel like these are our friends. I mean, you can't do stuff like that, right? Um, but hey, some men do it too. They get around other men, and they want brownie points, and so they want to be real macho, and they can become disrespectful as it relates to their woman, because they want to put on this persona, right? They want to put on this persona. um IMBTV says, I want a woman who loves me like I love her, and I would do whatever to make her happy. Ronald says the tongue can be tamed, and massage messages and good D, or good massages and good D. Okay. Leah says, right. He has enough pressure of the world. Home is his peace, right? Home should be his peace. I don't know why people would want to keep up hell in their home anyways. There's so much stuff that goes on. When people start thinking about their home, I know as it relates to me, like when I'm out doing a different, like when I'm working, if I'm at the office, if I'm out in the field or something like that, I be thinking about my home. What are y'all doing? Get over here. I have to watch them. Get over here. Okay, there she go. When I don't see them all, I have to go get them. And I be thinking about, oh, I can't wait to get home, because my home is my sanctuary. That's my peace. All of that. I don't ever want to ever come in from out of the streets, out of the world, being whatever it is that I'm doing, the grocery store, working, the office, anything, and then can't dreading going home. When it gets to the point where you dreading going home, you need to think about doing something else. You need to think about doing something else, because your home is always supposed to be your peace. Right. And if you with somebody and y'all can't get along, y'all can't stand each other, it's best to start looking at doing something else. It's time to move around and let the other person know this right here ain't gonna work. Not moving around while you're still in relationships. I think oftentimes people, and I think a lot of people do this. This is just my opinion right here. A lot of people do this. Okay, they wait until they look for other things, but they won't let go of what they already have. I think you create bad karma when you do that, because my grandmother, my great aunts used to always say, the person that you don't want, or the person that you are not meant to be with, will mess you up with somebody that you do want, or a good perspective. So it's always good to clean house when you start looking for other stuff. Stop, guys do this all the time. Stop holding on to a corpse. Hey, stop holding on to. Listen, I said stop. Stop holding on to a corpse of a relationship while you look for something else, because the other person might not want to be with you either anymore. It's dead to them. But once they see you moving on, they're gonna ruin their relationship because it's just in them to do it, you know. So I think people should stop doing that. But you know, more black women are single, and I hear people say it's because there aren't any good men available. There are a lot of good men available. You know, they say that it's more women than it is men. I don't know about that. I don't really buy into that. And you know, when people say all men are dogs, hey, I might laugh and joke about it sometimes, but I deep in my heart, I don't believe that all men are dogs. I just can't create that world in my mind, especially when I see good men out there. I actually have witnessed good men, so I refuse to believe that. Okay, I know that nobody is perfect. Okay, I know that nobody is perfect, but there are some good men, and there are a lot of good women. Okay, so why are more black women single? And I think it's got a lot to do with. I think it does not have anything to do with just one thing, and it's not just because they're single. It does not mean that that's their fault now. Because I see people getting on women now for having standards, right? You know, there's a fine line. You know, when I hear people say, you know, women won't deal with men if they don't have anything to offer when she can help to build him up. No, I mean, it all depends, right? If he has a job and he's a hard worker, hey Shan, and he's trying to do something. Hey Shan, hey Shan, it's that time. I think it's about that time. Okay, it's about that time. Okay. Um. So reach out to me, y'all. Shan sell lotion. She sell lotion. She sell that organic lotion. I be buying that from her. So Shan, reach out to me. I want to buy some more of that lotion. Um and because yeah, I'm ready to buy some of that lotion for real. Some more of that lotion. And so anyways, you guys, what was I getting ready to say? I was getting ready to say something. Oh, people want to put it out on women. I was ready to say it's okay if a man is working hard, and you know, some men just don't, you know, they have aspirations, but they're working hard. If you get with them, you all can build something together. Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But people are trying to come down hard on women if they're not being a fool for a man. You take care of him, you give him money to, if he got an idea, a business idea, she got it. How come she can't put all her money into his idea? That's a damn fool. So I think people don't know. They don't know how to draw the line in between being proactive as it relates to building and being a damn fool. Okay. Because first of all, I've been around men, you guys, real guys. Real men don't feel comfortable. Okay. Real men don't feel comfortable with women doing anything for them, not taking care of them financially. No, they don't. I mean, they feel like it takes away from their manhood, right? That's the reasons why a lot of men get stressed out, and a lot of women don't know it. A lot of men get stressed out. They have anxiety when they're real men, and they feel like there might be some kind of way that they will not be able to take care of their family. It stresses them out. That's why women need to be more meticulous about how they go in on them. You ain't doing this. You ain't you. How we gonna do you? You know, if he's the sole provider and he starts lacking, that ain't the time to go in on him. Hell, that's the time for you to go get your ass a damn job and help him, right? He says, I invest in me and believe in me. That's right. But there's so many single black women, you know, that are good perspectives. Some of them are crazy. Okay, they might be good people. Some of them are crazy, but it's a whole lot of them that aren't. And it's because I feel like a lot of men, not all of them, they don't want to commit, and they don't want to commit because they have women that have made it so easy for them to just be able to do anything. Because now women are in competition, right? they're in competition with other women, and so they letting these men just have their way. Some of them that want to do it, some men don't want to. But some men as they get older, not unless they stupid, they don't even want to be in multiple relationships because it's too stressful for them, right? They don't want all of that excess garbage, okay? But more women are enabling these men that are not productive, especially as it relates to them, going from woman to woman, because they are in competition with the other woman. That's it. That's all. No, not all men are bad at all. And then why isn't the family structure being promoted anymore? I remember when they promoted the family structure. I don't think that it's anything wrong with telling young women, before before you have babies, get you a good husband, finish school and get you a good husband, start back promoting and promoting the family structure, and also being an example, setting examples. But now things are so twisted. Now what they do is when we start talking about the family structure and stuff, we start talking about the family structure. Um, and telling young ladies, wait until you get married before you have babies and all of that. Now they try to make you think that you are being judgmental. So now when you try to promote what is right, what could actually benefit them in the long run, we're being judgmental. Hey, everybody, make mistakes, okay? And I'm not saying that a baby is a mistake. I'm saying like by going doing things and then the baby is the blessing, right? But there is nothing wrong with promoting that instead of telling these girls that they are baby mamas, that it's okay to be a baby mama, all of that stuff, you guys. Like, it has to be a change within our community. Something has to change, right? Something has to change. Absolutely nothing is changing. As a matter of fact, it is getting worse. I'm not saying that being single is the worst thing that can happen to a man or a woman. Hell, sometimes you have more peace, especially if you attract certain types of people. I really believe that a lot of people might not want to believe this because I've had to deal with this myself. Sometimes we can reflect, we can attract sometimes what is a reflection of us or something. So when you start attracting broken people, you might you might need to search yourself, right? Because sometimes you attract what may be pieces of you. Okay. He says, I'm a good, decent, clean cut guy. Um, I'm trying to get Tam to come to Washington. um, but anyways, you guys, let's talk about it. I kind of wanted to talk about that. I guess I must have got on at the wrong time. I know today is like a Friday, and a lot of people don't get on Fridays. And they got family and stuff in from out of town, but I guess this would be the perfect time to talk about it. What can we do to start back? I'm so interested in that myself. What can we do to start back promoting like the family structure, because it's definitely for some reason it's not promoted in our community anymore. He says I'll go back to Memphis floating. um it's definitely not promoted in our community anymore, right? And we need to start back promoting that. um he says oh, okay, all right, if you say I'll go back floating. But I do know as women, because I be getting tickled when I hear men say all the time that women don't know how to apologize. Women do know how to apologize. That's a lot of women know how to apologize. Okay. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this ain't to be male bashing. Men to go out and do stuff that they know that they shouldn't do, and they'll try to trick the woman into believing that they didn't do it, and then want her to apologize, knowing all the time that he did it. Okay, she know in her heart that he did it. She might not have direct proof of it, but she know he done did something. But baby, you ain't got no proof of it. Apologize to me. I want you to apologize to me. Dude, are you serious? I'm not apologizing, even though I know that you did it, and I don't directly have the proof that you did it. I'm not apologizing because I know you did it. People need to stop being narcissistic too, men and women, because more women are being, becoming manipulative for whatever reasons. Y'all, if you gotta, let me tell y'all something. If you gotta manipulate somebody into being with you, that's not your person. I truly believe, and this is just me. This is why people, like, after wasting so much time together, after so many years together, they end up breaking up. A lot of times, it's because yeah, they listen, they manipulated somebody into being with them, and after a while this stuff kind of wears off, and that's the truth. It kind of wears. When someone is not for you, rather it's now or later, it's gonna be a transition. You may as well, if it's not working out, you may as well just let it go. What I'm learning is, when it's for you, even if it breaks off, it will come back around when the time is right. That's if it's for you. I truly believe that. I truly do. You can meet somebody 20 years ago and forget about them, and then all of a sudden you'll see them again, like, wow, I mean, we met 20 years ago, I didn't think anything of it, but like it has made its way back around, like, wow, that's just kind of weird. And I'm not, and it still don't mean that you're supposed to have a relationship. It could be just a friendship. I think, sometimes people are just, friendships are very important too. But whatever is meant for you, it works out. It do. You don't have to manipulate it. You don't have to go get no witch doctor. You don't have to do any of that. It just kind of works itself out. I'm telling you, like, I feel so good, like, when, as it relates to anything, when something is for me and it just kind of falls in my lap and it just kind of works itself out. Like, dog, it's just a smooth transition. Like, when I go through one door, when I walk in that door, it's to take me into the next door. That's how you know that something is for you. That's how it is with relationships. You don't have to date no 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years being on and off, and then finally we just decided to get together. No, when something is for you, it just kind of works its way itself out, and you already know from day one, that's gonna be my wife, or that's gonna be my husband, or from a short time of being with them, you already know that you're gonna be together, and it ain't got nothing to do with lust or anything like that. Because I think that's why a lot of people spend a lot of years in situations that they shouldn't be in. Yeah, but she showed this, suck my wing good, okay, but you've wasted years with somebody that could not give you or feel you in any other position. I mean, in any other way other than they made you feel good in bed. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this: I be scared of men. I do. I be scared of men that lose their mind over women that are freaky in bed, because he can't be trusted. He got a weak mind, and women too. He'll mess you over. Um, Ronald Gray says my ex is a narc, and I found out she's trying to use witchcraft on me now. Oh wow. Malik says our values and principles have been depleting over the last 3 to 4 decades. This is the result. Shit, and I'm 44. You absolutely right, Malik. You don't ever hear girls do. I can't remember the last time I even heard girls talking about being married. Having a family structure. I'm a baby mama. That's my nigga. The men don't even call them wifey, or that's my bitch. What kind of world do we live in now where men are comfortable with call and women feel I'm his bitch? They think that's something. I'm his bitch. That's acceptable to them. I'm the bottom bitch. Girl. Oh my God. Malik says open the lines up. Okay, I'm getting ready to open the lines up, Malik. Okay, I've been talking 30 minutes. I'll open them up. The Most High got me the ex is doing so bad. She actually thinks I'm doing witchcraft on her. You said no, sweetie. That's karma, baby. Yeah. One thing for sure, what you put into the atmosphere is coming back to you. That I do know. That I do know. It's coming back. You don't have to worry about that. The seeds that you plant, there it's going to come back around. It always does. Okay. One thing about karma, karma never misses a step. Always remember that. So, a lot of times you don't have to worry about people. It seems like people getting away with stuff. Sometimes you don't even know that they've gotten it back. My grandma told me this. I've always remembered this. When people have done things, to me, my grandma used to say, as long as you're sitting and you're waiting, thank you, Leah. As long as you're sitting and you're waiting for them to get their get back, it'll never happen. She said, you ain't doing nothing but worrying yourself. But once you let it go, that's when they get it back. Hey, thanks for calling Real Talk with Tamara. Hello? Hey, who am I speaking with? Hey, Malik.
Hey y'all. Hey, I wanted to just tap in with you to say hi and so proud of you for your consistency and dedication to our community. I really think it's dope, and I wanted to send positive energy out to the families who tap in with you as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. That means a whole lot to me. But I want to ask you this as a black man. Why do you think that black women are single?
Oh my God! I mean, I'm not look because it's going to have to be like a part 1, 2, and 3. This is a conversation I think that you should really ride this wave as like a common thread to tie everything in. But to answer your question, I think that the disassembling or the depletion of our principles come from way back. And I'm 44, like I said in the chat. I was born in '79. So, NWA what came out by the time I was like 8, 9, somewhere like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been, and I'm not putting that on, what I'm saying, on our culture when the music, but music is very powerful. Image is very powerful. And
you get ready to turn 45, right? You must got a birthday coming up.
Yeah, up in August.
Okay, because I was born in '79. I got a birthday at this month. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Come on, we in that thing. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what we talking about.
You a Leo?
No, I'm a Virgo.
A Virgo. You're at the end of August. Okay.
No, I'm on the 23rd. That's like the day from Leo to Virgo.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm trying. I want to kind of focus in on your the answer to that question. Is just that. Oh man, because like I said, I'm only 44. I mean, I can look back in history because I'm a history buff. I love information. I love to do research. I love like YouTube where you can go back and pull all that information. So it was like the 50s and 60s. We were in the struggle, so we had unity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looked out for each other. The neighborhoods, the mother of the neighborhood, the feed of the children. You fast forward on through, to the 60s, 70s, and then when you get into the 80s, that's kind of when things changed along with the crack cocaine epidemic, and I just think in the prison pipeline. So I think that once that trauma hit us, I just think it's just been like a cause and effect. It's like we start disrespecting the women, and we see now how the tables are turned. Now the women are disrespecting the men.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying now?
Mm-hmm.
So like I got married young. I got married at 21. I was married for 6 years. Got two beautiful daughters out of it. And the reason why I left the marriage is that we just wasn't on the same accord yet. were young, but shit, I'm trying to change my life. You know, I was in the military, came back, joined the police department. But my wife at the time, you know, I love her. We was cut from two different cloths. So it takes a man to show a young man how to love a woman.
A woman, absolutely, absolutely.
A woman can't teach a man that. I was raised by a single woman. Beautiful, I mean, dynamic women too. I mean, because I got a chance to see my great grandmother, her and all her peers, my grandmother, my mom, you know, my aunt, dynamic women, and that energy that they came with, man, it was just they was the real independent women, and they didn't gripe and complain or run down to the court system. You see what I'm saying now?
Mm-hmm.
And so once we do that, once we rip that fabric between the man and woman communication, nothing else can be built from that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything starts with communication. But if I can't teach my son, hey son, be very selective about the young lady you choose. She has to match your energy. If you want to go off to school, she needs to be going off to school. You need to know what you want to do in life, and she needs to know. You see what I'm saying? And so forth and so on. So once y'all step out there in the real world, y'all building y'all foundation together, and y'all solid. But if there's no direction, then you know these children, they I think about it all the time because I could get long with it. Like lust is a very powerful energy, right? So
yeah,
and you know, and we're drawn to that because that's how the Creator created us. I mean, hell, if the sons of God fell from heaven to sleep with the daughters of men, then I mean, hell, if the angels fail to come sleep with the women, we know what kind of energy we're dealing with. You see what I'm saying?
right.
So our young men have to say, hey, sis, like, you're beautiful, but, you know, can you please just tidy up a little bit? Like, put some more clothes on. Like,
Yeah.
you can do that inside the house. But when we out here, you know, cover up, it's just wide open. So a man can't respect a woman if we look on the outer that she don't respect herself.
You know what? And also, women look for attention. Women are very competitive and territorial by nature. And so women kind of a lot more women look for attention. And so you're right. I agree. Women need to start looking at other ways to get attention because what I'm starting to see now is there are a lot of men that like smart women. Okay. They like smart women. But what men are gonna have to start doing is see women would go about another route if they didn't get that attention. See, people stop if they're seeking something and they're not getting it, then they start looking at other alternatives. I'm not saying it's the men's fault because it's the women's fault, but men are going to have to start showing women a lot of women that do this that walk outside because women are just walking out now. They flat out just showing straight ass. I think I thought that it was illegal to be showing your ass cheeks like that. They have on skirts with thongs on that have like them little Honolulu dresses that they have on and them little straw dresses or whatever. I forget them French dresses that they wear in Hawaii. You know them French dresses. And when they walk, you see nothing but pure D ass.
It's tough. And I wouldn't want a woman like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, it may look good from afar when she ain't mine, but if you mine, man, I ain't got time to deal with that. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you show everything to everybody. Now I gotta, you know, we as men, you know, we supposed to be protected. Now I got to deal with this invasion of energy that you're drawing towards. But you're already beautiful. You ain't got to show that. Like the women in Somalia that wear the headdress and the long dress, you can still tell that they got a shape. And you can still tell that they're beautiful, and they're fully covered up.
And I'm gonna tell you something. What women don't understand is because some of them have never had real men. When men might say they like legs and stuff like that, but when they with a woman that they really really want. They don't want no other man seeing that. Nah, baby, you can't walk out there with your breast showing. You need to put on a dress longer than that. You need to put on a dress longer than that. I know that because I dated one. I love to wear tall heels. when we started dating, he would say, them heels up high. Those heels up too high for that dress, baby. Maybe you should put on some flip-flops or something. When we got ready to go to dinner or something like that, can't you put on some them heels a little tall? Can't you put on some put on something else or look at some alternative? You know what I mean? I'm like, dog, I was wearing these heels when you met me. Yeah, but I don't want you wearing them tall heels. So that's what women need to understand.
Yeah, you can wear the heels. I'm just gonna have the slides in my hand when we go to the restaurant. I'm slide them heels off so you can relax. And you may walk in heels, but you'll walk out in slides. But like I said, I don't mind the aesthetics like that. I mean, for me per se, it's just that I don't want everything showing, baby. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, men. We as men, we have a beautiful imagination when it comes to this particular subject. A woman can be fully dressed and classy, and we can still be attracted to her without all that other extra, raunchy stuff.
Right.
I mean, like, it's just not a real man. Not going to want that, man. Like, straight up.
South Carolina guy says, I'm white and my lady is black. We just got engaged and I'm the happiest I ever been. We come listen, I'm glad you said that. Hey, people are hard on folks that date outside of their race. What do you think about that? Because I feel this is how I feel. I feel you should be with whoever gonna make you happy.
Yeah. I mean, me, Tam, I'm really pro-black. I don't have no problem with biracial couples and stuff like that. I mean, got a few sprinkled around in my in my family. My brother has always dated white women, but so I totally agree with you. But for me personally, I need a Nubian queen next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, it's just something about a beautiful black woman, man. Oh my God, you see what I'm saying? A smart, intelligent black woman who know her power, know how to be submissive. See, here's the thing too, though, Tam. And this drives me crazy with this gender thing. Like a woman should be submissive. That's right. But a man need to know a real man know how to be submissive to his wife too. That don't make you no punk, bro. That means keeping peace.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tend to my queen. Hey, you come around. If anybody come on the outside, don't worry about that. I got that. That don't make me less of a man because I know how to cater and curate and groom and tend to my lady. Ain't nothing wrong with a man being submissive to a lady who deserves it.
Mm-hmm. Listening to your woman and your wife, because more men, I say this all the time, men are logical thinkers, women are emotional thinkers, which means when you're emotional, you can feel vibrations. A lot of there are a lot of men alive right now because they had respect for what their woman said. And baby, I have a bad feeling about that person. I don't think you should deal with that person. And that person didn't mean them no good, okay? So I think more men should, because we're so emotional. We pay attention to everything. We can feel every emotion, every vibration. And I ain't talking about no manipulative woman, because a lot of women are manipulative too. They use their position and the trust that man might have for them to try and manipulate him so that they can isolate him. Some women get so bad they know that man has a good relationship with his mother. The first thing they start trying to do is isolate him from his mama, right? That might be manipulation if the mother isn't manipulative, because there are some sons that just love their mom. I think that all men should love and have good relationships with their mother, but you have some women that they hold an intimidation when a man loves his mother, especially if that mother is not being manipulative herself. You know what I mean? She understands what her position is in her son's life. I'm his mother. I will always love him. She's not dipping in trying to tell him, trying to manipulate his relationship as it relates to his wife or anything like that. But I find when women have intimidations, when men are close to their mothers, it's because that they're not right. They scared. They know that at some point when there are some problems, he's gonna go and talk to his mother, and his mother is going to tell him, son, I don't get in your relationship, but since you came to me, this is what I've been seeing for years. And he gonna listen to his mama.
Right, and that's what he's supposed to do.
Right.
I mean, come on. I mean, it's terrible. Like, I really Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more on that interracial stuff. I mean, black, our DNA mixed with any other DNA on this planet, it always produces a beautiful seed, right? I mean, so I don't have a problem with it. But me personally, I just love and adore black women, and I just wish they knew their value. Just like my little papa, my brothers, man, around here in the street, we don't know our value. We forgot who we are, and
Absolutely.
it's terrible. That's why we around here killing each other left and right, like 40 going north, because I don't see you as my brother. I see you as my op. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a
And
problem.
it's a thing. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for the women. I don't see you just as no objectified piece of somebody that just run through. I see you as first my sister, then I see you as a beautiful queen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Women outnumber men on this planet. I don't care what Google say. I don't care. Women outnumber men on this planet. So the women are sort of in like competition with each other, trying to get these, you know what I'm saying, these brothers that fit their personification in their imagination. If they want a thug, they're going to try to go get the flies thug. If they want somebody who's smart and intellect, they're going to try to go get. So it's a competition between the sisters. Well, it don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
what's for you is for you. If that man is attracted to you, man, you can have glasses on, looking like a school teacher with a dress down to your ankles. If that energy resonates off you and that man is attracted to you, I mean, you can't stop that. It ain't got nothing to do with what you're showing.
With
You
his
know,
look or
like
anything, because you can have a conversation with a person and go, dog, like I didn't know that this guy like was this intelligent. He's so laid back. Because I like guys that are real cool and laid back. That's just I love them when they laid back. I do. Because as women we very emotional. I just think that it's something that's weird about a man that always have the same types of emotion that women have. It's just we both
what?
can't be like that.
What? Come on, like these guys be all on Instagram taking pictures. Cam, I ain't even got Instagram. You hear me? Like, man, why would I want to take pictures like that? If I take pictures just for me and my family, but I gotta show everybody everything. Man, these dudes be on Instagram more than some of the women. That's weird to me.
Taking
You know
when they taking when they in the mirror all the time, that is something ain't right about that either.
Man, that's weird to me, man. Hey, Tam, I've seen some. I don't know. I ain't on TikTok, but it's like the shorts that be on YouTube. That's the only platform I deal with. Well, this dude, man, he had on this like cashmere, like lima bean green fuzzy. He said, man, that sweater ain't what's up. Dude comes to, man, this designer. I'm like, bruh, that shirt ugly, first of all. And you talking about designer, bruh, I can go get me some Levi jeans, some J's, some Tim's, and throw any kind of shirt on with it, or I can get some cold ones. I ain't got all that designer stuff, but that shit played out. You just spending money on labels, but people don't care nothing about us. You know what I'm saying? We pour
Yeah.
all our money to all these wealthy people trying to get designer labels. Man, nobody care nothing about that, bro. Because guess what? It's going to get old. And you see what I'm saying? It's like our energy as beautiful indigo melanated people on this planet, man, it's going to take about at least another good 30, 40 years for us to get it right, Sam.
Yeah, they've done the work on us, and I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, dog, you hear so many people like there are more ways of communication when you talk about the internet. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. But you hear people say all the time, well, they've done the work on us, and this is what happened, because you have folks that remember the 80s, what it was like in the 80s. You have people that remember what it was like in the 70s, and they see the drastic change. So why aren't people coming together that are our age and stuff that can remember and know what is going on to try to reverse it or to try and at least fix it? It's like we're just going along with the flow, and it is really affecting our community.
It's what Dr. King said in Memphis. I think, thank you, Spirit, for giving me that. is what he said in Memphis at the end of that speech. When he said, "I seen the mountaintop." At the end, he said, and remember, we got to stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Without unity, we done. Without unity, we are done. Period. You're only strong as your weakest link. And if all these individuals walking around in competition, hating one another, disrespecting one another, ain't no unity. And they know it. And they placating it. And they pulling them strings through politics, through the prison pipeline, through food, through entertainment. I mean, you name it, man. It's really sorcery. That's really what it is. It's sorcery. But I tell you, and then saying I'm trying to get loaded over here in Louisiana. I try to squeeze in real quick. That's why I say open the lines up real quick. I had to get back out here and get that money. But I'm gonna say this to my people, man. I love everybody, and I hope y'all love y'all self first. Self care is very important, because if we allow people to listen, the Creator created us to serve. So when we're born, our parents serve us. But when our parents get old, we are designed to serve our parents. And when we have children, yeah, they are children, guess what? But we're serving them until they get up enough age. When we work, we're providing a service. So we were designed to serve for service, not be a servant, but to be service to people. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what a capitalistic society do. They know that. And so what they did is they flipped the word and say, "Oh, America's a capitalist society." Well, if you're capitalizing on something, that means that you're taking advantage of something. And so they have been taking advantage of God's people. You understand what I'm saying? So we forgot who we are. All these churches, they tell us, don't look to the east, because all the stuff that's over there on the pyramids over there in Kemet or Egypt, that's witchcraft. Man, that's a lie. Those were our ancestors. So when you looking at, okay, when people looking at Saudi Arabia and see all that wealth, man, ain't no such thing as the Middle East. That's all Africa. So when we looking at these Saudi princes, that's our people. That's Massa Musa, them old wealth. That's exactly what it is. Them people are imposters. They ain't nothing but a hybrid of black people, Asian people, and white people mixed together. That's all Arab people are. Mexicans ain't nothing but black people mixed with Asians.
I was going to say Mexicans their ancestors came directly from Africa, and that's why they I was reading about, they said that with Mexicans, they was mixed with something else, and they just dropped them off on another island. They didn't want to be considered Africans, so that's why they came up with Mexicans.
Yeah, Mexicans all, listen, okay, so when they gave us the Noah had 3 sons of 3 different races, the Creator created 3 species. So you had the Sub-Saharan Asiatic, that's us. Sub-Saharan Asiatic. You have the Mongoloid, that's what we call Asian today, or Oriental. Their phenotype is called Mongoloid, not Asian. And then you got the Caucasoid. So we are the alpha of the species. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason. Yes, but we forgot who we are. Mexican people, I love them. I really do, because they've been rocking with us the longest. The Mongoloid. Our ancestors have been teaching the Mongoloid or / Hyksos, which are modern day Asian people. We've been procreating with them people for eons and eons, and we spawned another race, and that is your Mexican race. That is your people that's in Hawaii. That's why you could take a person out of Alaska, clean them up real good, put them in an Asian wardrobe, take them to China, and tell them don't open their mouth. They look Asian. That's the reason why the people in Hawaii look black and Asian, and they changed it to Polynesian. People in Polynesian, that's Polynesian descent, they just black and Asian. So that's the reason why the Mexicans rock with us so hard. That's where they get their badge of honor from. That's where they get that melanin from. They get it from us. You understand what I'm saying? And so forth and so on. So the Middle East is just a hybrid of all 3 races. You understand what I'm saying? So you got Africa. It's 7 Arab nations in Africa. So how you gonna have an Arab nation in Africa? You understand what I'm saying? That don't
Mm-hmm.
make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it's imperative that we go back and we read history instead of being on Instagram and doing all this foolish stuff. We need to be reading history. We need to go back and remember who we are. And once we remember who we are, then we can start healing.
We can start waking up and
Yeah, so
being proud of who we are. I think they don't. I think a lot of stuff is hidden because you think about a lot of the women like from back in the day. You think about how Coretta Scott King, how she was so pretty, wasn't she? She was pretty. There were the Dorothy Dandridges. These were models and stuff, right? Like these women were beautiful. They don't, what they start doing is they might put out a movie. They put the movies out back in the 90s. They don't even really talk about that stuff now because they don't ever want you to have any reference, right? They don't, they want this whole culture where girls are going and getting getting themselves messed over by going and getting big butts and stuff like that instead of loving their beautiful bodies and stuff.
It's crazy, man. They be looking like clowns to me. Listen, man, ain't nothing wrong with a beautiful woman. Now, Tam, I don't know if you wear eyelashes, so don't take like the eyelash thing. Oh my God.
Some people overdo it. I don't wear them sometimes. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I put them on sometimes. But no, I don't have those ones that have me looking like a spider or something. Some of these folks look like spiders.
Now, man, what I'm talking about? Come on, really? You gonna do that to your eyelash? Like, cause I'm from back in the day. When we from back in the day, when it was before women started arching their eyebrows. Remember, women used to walk around with full eyebrows.
Yeah. And it was considered attractive to have thick eyebrows. Remember that, folks? They thought it was she's so pretty. They considered that a dark feature. Oh my God, they have beautiful dark features.
Right. I mean, come on, man. We just gotta remember who we are. Black women, y'all are beautiful. Y'all, I mean, come on, y'all are God's greatest gift. And black brothers, come on, man. Y'all are beautiful, man. Y'all are God's greatest gift, and we gotta step in our rightful position. And I just don't know though, Tam. It's gonna take a lot of healing, and in order to heal properly and in order to heal effectively, we gotta start. We got to start in our own community, and it got to start at home. We got to start in schools. We got to get more into politics. We got to get more unified.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need them for nothing. We have enough buying power with the black dollar
to run the nation. Really?
Yeah. But then, people need to go listen to Dr. Claude Anderson. He gave them a 25-year plan how to pay black people, how to pay us back with the reparations. And not only him, and then I'm going to let you go, Sam, because I know I don't want to get you off. And then the black billionaire, Robert Smith, the one who paid all the young brothers tuition at Morehouse at time.
Yeah.
He did another, corporate America and the stock market, that's how he got his wealth. He created the software that run all that. And this man sat down in an interview and did another 25-year plan on how to pay reparations back to us without causing, without causing a ripple effect between, the population in America.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And so, now he's a black billionaire, and he's telling corporate America, these Fortune 500 companies, that y'all got y'all wealth off the
backs of black people. Absolutely, our ancestors.
Yeah, and that's also like that subject that you hitting on today. It's a really powerful subject, and just keep it going whenever you feel like you need to put it in there. But we need therapeutic doses of conversations like that. I'll be missing you sometimes because I can't. I'll be working so much, and I had to catch the recap, but I'm like, dang, I missed it. But just keep doing.
Where are you from? You from Are you from Alabama?
I am, Birmingham.
Okay, shout out to Birmingham.
Yeah. Come on with it. All right, Sam. Peace and love, y'all.
All right, thank you for calling in.
All right, love, peace.
Bye-bye. I love to hear. I love it when black men call in because you often hear people say, well, they're causing a rift. They kind of put in they have all of this for black women, but you don't hear a lot of the black men. They're not very they don't have a platform or whatever. But there are more black men though, you guys, that are getting on YouTube, that are getting on their social medias, and they're speaking their knowledge for real. They're speaking their knowledge for real. They are definitely alpha males. And I know when a lot of women, they're trying to really put a negative connotation as it relates to that. When a man says that he's an alpha male, because you have a lot of idiots now. Just like, well, I'm an alpha male, and an alpha male. This is, they're chauvinist pigs. But I mean, I'm not talking about the real alpha males. I'm talking about some of these clowns that get on social media and talk about these are the characteristics. Who died and made them God, though, of an alpha male? When no, alpha male just understands what his real position is, right? And he does not have to be real vocal about it. You just know it by him producing what he's supposed to produce, right? So he don't have to go around telling people I'm this, this is what I do, this is what I stand for. He don't have to do all that. You just know it by he's an alpha male by the way that he moves, right? um Ronald Gray says we have spending power, but we won't come together. No, we will not come together as one. I don't understand why our people will not come together, but we just will not come together. We just refuse to come together, which is so sad. Because we spend more, as the young man just said, we spend more money than anybody. Money is power. That means we should have some type of power, but we don't have that. We absolutely don't have that. And it's because we don't have any unity. It's because we don't have any unity in our community. And listen, I'm gonna tell you something. One black person can't do it. 10 black people can't do it. Okay, it's gonna take all of us. If 10 of us was to march, nobody would start trying to change. Nobody with power would start trying to change anything. If 100 of us just marched, out of all the people all over, the black people all over, nothing is gonna change. But when we all start coming together and we start making our demands without going and kicking in doors or whatever, okay, well, I tell you what, you know what, hey, there are black farmers that grow food. We just gonna eat vegetables. That's gonna be healthy anyway. We're gonna go buy our tomatoes from him. So we're gonna make him rich. So we're not going back into Walmart or places like that. Okay. So, but we spend more money than anybody. They're gonna feel that. Okay, well, we got a young lady over here. She knows how to sew. Okay, she knows how to sew. We don't care. Because let me tell y'all something. A lot of these name brand clothes, like the Coach and the Gucci and all of this shit probably made in China anyways, and they just put a label on it. They pay $2-3 for the jeans and put a label on it, and a Coach label, a Gucci label, or whatever these folks wearing, okay, and charge you all of this money for it. So we gotta get away from that, because that's just a myth. That's just a bunch of crap. Okay, so we're gonna start going over here to this seamstress, okay? So we'll start going over there to her, and let her sew the same thing that they're, or just start buying it without the label. Sew your own damn label on there. Start get you a company and put your label on it. Advertise your own stuff. Do what these millionaires are doing. Go on what is it? Alibaba? Is it or AliExpress or whatever? Buy your own damn pants and sew your own label on and promote your own stuff. Okay, because that's all they doing for 50 cents, because they buy them in the bulks. It turns out the 50 cent, you get 1,000 pairs, 50 cent a bulk, 50 cent a pair. Okay, start promoting your own stuff. They'll start feeling that. I'm not going into these stores until some things change. We ain't spending our dollar. So then, all while we're doing that, we're pulling back our resources. Okay, you're creating wealth in your own community. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Every other community do it. Do y'all believe? Okay. Do you all believe that when black people was getting riding on the back of the bus, do y'all believe that Rosa Parks, what she did was she started something? Yes, she did. Okay, it was another woman that came before her They did the exact same thing. But y'all know what really made them change it? Black people stopped riding the bus. They said, we're going to come together in Alabama. We're going to come together and we ain't going to ride the bus. We're going to put on our good shoes. I don't care how bad my foot hurts. We walking everywhere we got to go. And it almost sent the bus and the Matter company or whatever it was called back then. It almost broke them, right? They almost went bankrupt. So they had to change some stuff. Okay? They said we can't afford to make them ride at the back of the bus no more. We're going to change that because we don't want to go, we want to stay into business. Because black people came together and was on one accord and made some demands, right? They weren't going and looting and tearing up their neighborhoods and going in stores and pulling the drink machines. You know, they got the looting in Memphis for something. I believe something happened in, it wasn't Sykeston, Missouri. It was somewhere in Missouri where there was some type of injustice. Yeah, I was so embarrassed. They was pulling drink machines and stuff all out of the stores and stuff. Uh, the small little stores around their neighborhood. Now these were stores, the corner stores in their neighborhood that they needed in their neighborhood, right? They was tearing up houses and knocking out windows in the neighborhoods that they had grown up in. What kind of mess is that, right? And taking the drink machines, breaking the drink machines, I guess to get the change and the money out of it. And then so got arrested because when the drink machines was on, they left them on their front porch. It's a lot of mental illness going on too. But I mean, mental illness has been around for a long time. It's just at an all-time high now. Okay. But we got to do something else. I know people say, well, Dr. King had wanted it. Yeah, Ferguson, Missouri. Dr. King had wanted a peace. Dr. King had wanted a peaceful march, and it ain't nothing wrong with a peaceful march. Okay, you can do things peacefully and be proactive. While they was marching, they was pulling back their resources, so they was definitely being proactive. All they wanted them to do was act a fool like these damn fools acting now. That's all they wanted them to do was act a fool so that they could have a reason to start killing them. And Dr. King knew that it was not going to be beneficial to little black children then for their fathers to be out there marching and the police knocking them down, shooting them down. That's why he wanted it to be peaceful, not because he was scared, but because he didn't want to give them a reason to start taking them out, right? And so while they was being peaceful, they was still being proactive. We ain't riding the bus, and y'all can't make us ride the bus. We can walk. Okay? So that's the reasons why they changed that law. And black people, they started letting black people sit anywhere they wanted to sit on the bus because they didn't want to go out to the business. Out of business. Ain't nothing changed. When you're proactive like that, you get results. Ain't nothing changed since then other than the mindset of people. So now people are so divided that it's ridiculous. You can't even tell them nothing. Hey, listen, I don't have no issues with Asians, okay? But black people have all of these excuses about why they don't want to do business with other black businesses. Now, those girls that have black businesses, if you're blessed enough to have a black business, you need to know how to deal with people. If they come in there and they want a discount, just let them know you don't get no discounts in here. You don't have to cuss them out. You don't get no, we don't give discounts. I'm just like Walmart or anywhere else. We don't give discounts. Say it like that, and then they can go ahead and get up out your store. So stop having attitudes. But at the same time, when you walk into the beauty supply store, y'all know that there was a time when the Asians followed you around the store, just like you was a thief and we was making them rich, following them. Okay. I remember one time I went to this nail shop. This was some years ago, and my daughters were still in elementary school. And so My daughter had pulled up a chair. My daughters had pulled up a chair next to me as I was getting my nails done, and they was both sitting in the same chair together, next to me. And so they was looking at the nail polish because I had pulled two, and the Asian lady was looking. She couldn't even hardly do my nails because she was consistently looking at my daughters to make sure that one of them didn't sneak and put the nail polish in their purse. I didn't like that. And finally she said, "Oh, tell you cannot touch nail polish." I said, "Why can't she touch it?" No, 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 she can't touch it. It has to stay where I can see it. I said, "My daughter don't want to steal no damn nail polish." I never went back to that shop. That was the exact same nail shop where a lady was in there, was talking about how she came in there every 2 weeks. And when her daughters were selling chocolate bars that our kids used to sell, it used to be the almond chocolate, the regular chocolate, the crunchy chocolate. Y'all know when they used to sell candy bars because it was run for something, right? They used to be $1. And that's the very same nail shop where a lady's daughter was selling those chocolate bars, and she was they knew her. She was laughing and talking to him and said, "Oh, my daughter's selling some chocolate bars. She's running for something. She wanted to sell all her bars." The lady said, "No, no, we have somebody we buy bars from." She said, "I come here all the time. Y'all can't pay $1 for my daughter's chocolate bar. No, 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 we have somebody we buy chocolate from." Now she was coming in there every 2 weeks and spending at least $60, at least 60. And they couldn't even give her $1 back to support her daughter for a chocolate bar, right? So that's why I said we got to start opening our eyes. Like, we've been taught not to trust each other. They've completely tore up the family structure. I talk about the family structure, okay? Because I mean, I really wish that we could have the family structure back. In order for us to have the family structure back, we're gonna have to fix each other. That's why work on self, okay? Because you can't fix nobody else. We got to work on self so that we can vibrate towards making sure we're not just getting married to say, "Well, I am married now." No, you're getting married and your children are able to see a healthy family structure, okay? I remember this preacher said one time that the man is the head of the household. The man is to make sure that that household ain't is right. He is the one that is supposed to see to that household being right. And I remember he said, because he was sitting in a wheelchair, this was about 25 years ago, he said, "And if it ain't like that, mama, you need to tell them kids it ain't like that, but that's how it's supposed to be." Okay. And then start looking at moving around, because see, there were some preachers that did not tell women to suffer through conditions that were not conducive to their livelihood. You need to move around if he ain't being the man that he should be, right? If he's not being the man that he should be, because some of these folks are just lazy. I'm not talking about somebody who has worked hard and then all of a sudden things happen, like they lose their jobs, they get laid off, or somebody might get hurt. No, ladies, that's when you're supposed to step up, right? That's when you're supposed to step up until he's right again. Okay? Because I feel like if your husband ain't working making a certain amount of money, then I don't even know how you could feel comfortable with just sitting at home. Well, we can't we can't I can't buy this. We gotta wait. My husband can't get a coat this year. Okay, now you need to get out and work, lady. Because if your husband need a coat, or you need one of them kids need one, then that means y'all need to be able to go buy it. If your husband is the only person that's working, and y'all having to pinch and save just to be able to buy a coat or to buy some groceries, that means you need to get your ass out that house and go get you a damn job. If you ain't, you need to proactively use that energy in another way. Okay. Does he have a side business? Okay. Well, then, if you're gonna be sitting your butt at home, you need to be networking. Listen here, my husband. That's right. that's, that's right, Shan. Listen here, my husband got this going on. Listen, this, and that. And if he overworking himself, If he's already working too many hours, well, he worked 12 hours a day, and he got a side business. Lady, he working too much. He ain't gonna even like you because he gonna be tired. You need to look at doing something else. You need to get your butt out there and work so he won't have to work but 8 hours and then work his business. You help him to work that. Even if you have to work part-time, you help that man to build that business because that's for y'all's family. And then when your husband retire that out, that's for y'all's children. People don't think like that no more. It's all about me, myself, and I, and I'm gonna get them before they get me. Folks get married, so I'm gonna get all I can out of it, in case he decide he want to do something else. If you feel like a person got those characteristics, you ought not even be with them. Okay, you ought not even be with them. And so that's why I say there has to be some reconstruction in our community, right? There just has to be, because I do believe, like, I don't know if men know. I'm talking about men with healthy minds, because some men are in the house and they don't need to be. Okay, I hear women say, "Oh, my man, my husband," they went and got them a jack leg husband or something like that, or man, my man in the house. It's we got my kids in a two-parent household, but you ain't got a picture on the wall because y'all tearing it up fighting every other day. You think your kids need to see that? A child without a two-parent household probably better off mentally than your child. So that's why I say it has to be some reconstruction within our community. We got to start back promoting the family structure. Okay, we got to start back promoting the family structure. Okay. He said this title though, Gorilla Mainframe. And Gorilla, that's what we was talking about though. Why are more black women single and black men are committing, and why the family structure isn't promoted? I ran out of words, so it's only so many words that you can put up there. I had to just put it up there as I had to, because they only let you put 100 words. Okay, a lot of other people understand that. So I had to compromise a little bit, okay? I'm not illiterate. I had to compromise. Latasha says, that's why I got my degree. So if anything happens, he down, I be able to help. Ronald says, I was raised by a strong black woman who sent me to stay with pops in the summer. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I was growing up, probably up until I was about 11, I would go spend quite a bit of time during the summer at my dad's house, right? Because I'm my dad's oldest child. And hey, even though I like being over there with my sisters, there was that my dad was like he was not lenient. Whatever he said, that's just what it was. Okay. He says modern women don't know what men want. Well, that might be a conversation that needs to be had. Cause you might be right. But I'm gonna tell you this, gorilla, if that's how it's pronounced, gorilla. People say that women don't know what men want. As women, a lot of us was taught that a man, especially as girls, we were taught to make sure we're faithful. We don't date a lot of people. Make sure your house clean. Make sure you know how to cook. Okay, and reproduce, right? And reproduce. But when men start talking about women don't know what they want no more, you would think that would be the main thing. Men don't want that. When you start listening to men now, they don't want that. Do you? She ain't got to know how to cook. Okay, she ain't got to know how to cook. She ain't got to really. I know how to clean. She could clean up. Okay, well, do you want her to be a good mother? Well, she ain't really got to be a good mother. Okay. Well, what she needs to be? Well, all she needs to do is know how to suck a mean dick. That's it. So if you ain't, she needs to be having threesomes and sucking dick. Hey, If she ain't doing that, they don't want her. She ain't no good woman. She might have all the qualities in the world, loyal, a good woman. You ain't if you ain't doing that, you ain't loyal and you ain't no good woman. I know y'all want to argue with me on that, but it's the truth. Okay, and I know I got vulgar. Lord forgive me for getting vulgar, but I got vulgar. Oh Lord, he said cooperation. See, what you mean by that guerrilla cooperation? A positive vibe says these men like sexy. Right. They like sexy red and glorilla. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Hit the like button for me. But we gotta start back promoting. And I think there needs to be a conversation too. I'm talking about with mature men. When people get together, instead of saying, oh, it just felt good, maybe you should really sit down with that person and see what their likes are. Not just women seeing what men want, because it's not just about the men. And I think that's an issue too. I think that's why he said most of these women don't know how to cook or clean on a consistent basis. That's true. I agree with that. Okay. That's why a lot of women should sit down, right? And it's not just about, the oh, it just seems right. No, sit down and talk to a person. I think a lot of women act out because they've been told it's all about making sure that the man is okay. But you have to make sure that the woman is okay too. I think not think, I know that it works both ways. It's not just about one person, right? Um, yeah, it's not just about one person. And then once you sit down and you talk to the person, listen to what they tell you and believe it. Because a lot of times people get to talking to folks and they'll tell you, well, this is what I want, this is what I like. And if you really feeling that person, you go, well, I can deal with this and that, but he said or she said this, I can't deal with that. But if we get together, I'll be able to change that. And that's the mistake that people make. Hey, if they tell you something, you need to believe that. Don't think you can change it, because you can't change nobody. People only change because they want to change. That's it. People only change because they want to change. I think people have that manipulative spirit now. Oh, okay, they got everything I like, but if they get with me, I can change this, and that. No, no. When the truth of the matter is, it should be this. After you all have that adult conversation, and you listen to that person and say, okay, well, they said they don't like this. Hey, that's something that I do, but I like this person. If they don't like that, I'm willing to change that. Not that person saying I'm gonna change that. No, they gotta want to change it. Works both ways, not one way street. You have to mature and have healthy emotions, know how to love. Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to love. A lot of people don't know how to love. I think that people wouldn't feel drained. This is just me, and it may be my naivety. Okay. But as as I was once told, somebody told me one time, I have a naivety because you only see things in the way you feel like it should be, and that's not how it is. The world is not a fairy tale, because I said I still believe in love and all of that. I said that, and the person told me that was just a fairy tale. How you gonna tell me that we together, right? But yeah, he said self love is very important before getting into a relationship. Yeah. But I feel this way, if people um love is supposed to be given, right? It's not just the hold in. Love is supposed to be given. And I feel like everybody would be filled if it was reciprocated. You know what I mean? You give love, I give love, and everybody is filled. But the thing about it is we have so many people that are takers They take, and they don't know how to reciprocate anything. And so what they ultimately end up doing is depleting their partner. So that's why when you see some people that have been together for so long, they put up with it for so long, and when they look at their partner, they look at them with a lot of disgust. They do it. They can't stand them because they have completely depleted them. They can't stand them. Anyways, y'all call in. The number is 615-854-7509. 615-854-7509. Right. You have to reciprocate. Therefore, people are consistently being filled. And hey, the young man was talking about submission and women listening to their men. Okay. Um, Respect over love. Yeah, because if you respect the person, then the love is automatic. Okay. If you respect the person, then the love oftentimes is automatic. But I say this, you can't have one without the other if you're in a relationship. That's the reason why a lot of people are walking around robotic. Hey, I got respect for this person. I respect them to the highest degree, but I don't love them. That's why a lot of women are walking around hurt because the person might respect them. I respect her hustle. I respect this and that, but I ain't in love with her. But I know she'll, I know he or she'll, if I know they'll have my back, but I ain't in love with them. No, well then you need to just be friends with them. Cause I don't want to just be with a man that only respects me and not love me. You can't have one without the other as it relates to a relationship. And I refuse to accept one without the other. That's a bunch of bullshit right there. Respect and love. Those two go together. It's not over, it's and they're both equal if you're talking about a relationship. I love you when I don't respect you. Well, it ain't gonna work. Because I can't be with a man that don't respect me. Well, I respect you, but I don't love you. Well, it ain't gonna work because I'm not gonna be with a man that don't love me. So it's respect and love. You can't have one without the other. I'm not gonna be in a relationship when it's one and not the other. It ain't gonna work. That equals misery. That equals misery. Ronald says we have absolutely nothing at that point. That absolutely. You know, I used to always hear people say, do you want love or loyalty? You have a lot of people that are married to people, and that's the reason why they're cheating, simply because of loyalty. They've been together 40 some years. Hey, I've been married to this person 40 some years. I ain't in love with him, but I got loyalty to our situation. I can't be in nothing like that. I need loyalty and love. Okay. I need loyalty and love. You can't have that's another one you can't have without the other. Because you have people say that they love people all day every day, and then they'll turn around and then they'll turn around and kill them. Why you kill them? Cause I love them. You need to have loyalty enough. You have to be loyal to a person so that you don't go stepping over the lines or doing anything that is not conducive to their livelihood or their well-being. You got to have the loyalty to them, and you got to love them enough too. But the problem is a lot of people don't love themselves. Gorilla says you respect your boss at work. I respect human being. I listen. I respect humans. Okay, I respect. I don't respect. I don't have a boss. Okay, I don't have a boss, but I respect us like you respect your boss. But see, I don't have a boss, so love. But my thing is I respect, if I had a boss, I respect the person. I When I've had bosses, I respect them because I respect human beings, not because of their position. I can appreciate their position, but I respect them as a human being first. See, I think that's the issue. People respect positions and not. It's all backwards now. I respect your position, but you don't respect the janitor. That's a human being. Well, he can't do nothing for me. I don't respect no janitor. His position ain't high enough. No, I respect every human being. I respect the human first because they are a human being. Now, if that changes, it is because they did something to me, right? But I always greet a person with respect because they are humans. And if that changes, it is because of them. I don't respect a person just because of their position and what I think that they could do for me. I think that's why the world a little twisted now, love. I do. But see, I might be a little older than you, but I think that's why the world is kind of off now. We can't y'all we can't get around it. People are trying to balance the scale as it relates to love and loyalty in a relationship, and the scale has to be equal. You can't have one without the other. You can't have one without the other. I'm not gonna be with be in a relationship with somebody just because they are loyal to me. Do you love me? I'm loyal. Do you love me? Are you in love with me? I'm loyal. Baby, you I don't want to make you miserable. I don't want okay, we're closer to the same age, love. I don't want to make you miserable. I don't want you to be miserable. I don't want you to be miserable. So what you gonna, because it's gonna happen. They're gonna sooner or later leave you, or they're gonna start messing off with somebody. What you gonna get tired and say, go on going over there. It's gonna happen because they ain't in love with you. They're miserable. I'm here because I come home every night. That's because your clothes here. Okay. But you gotta have loyalty to them and you gotta love them. If they got both, I don't think you can have one without the other. Said people can love anything, but I don't think they can be in love with anything. Not just anything. Um, Ronald Gray says also, love is a verb, never a noun. Um, Love is about what you do, never about what you say for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something too. I'm gonna tell y'all what women do. Women try and rationalize. I'm a woman, I know this. I don't do it. Because I know what it is that I want. And I hey, when something is not being served that is a major component for a relationship, I don't care how bad it hurts me. I'm a pull back from the table and get up. It's just too easy. I'm still young. It's too easy to go get to get a man that's willing to give me what I need and want, right? Especially like the main things that it takes to keep a relationship together. But this is what women would do. You have women that sit all day and they'll go, okay, well, he here, these are the things that he's doing. He doing this. He do that. He live with a woman. He married to another woman. But he over here messing with me. So he couldn't. I don't. So that mean he loved me, but he's still over there. But he just over there because he got loyalty over there. But he had loved me. Women do that. I think that's the reasons why um so many women are missed over now because they find ways. I'm not to rationalize They find ways to rationalize um, bad behavior or things that just don't add up. Because here's the thing, right? Delusional. Because here's the thing about that. If the person is in a bad situation, one thing I know about men, I pay close attention to men. I listen to what they say now and I pay close attention to them. One thing about men, they're not going to be anywhere, especially if there are no ties to keep them there, that they don't want to be. You might have one that might be slow to leave a situation. If he's been married for a long time, he has a lot of money because he know his wife gonna chop him up pretty bad in court, and she deserves to if he was the one out there cheating. But if you're talking about somebody that ain't got no marriage, that's just got a girlfriend, and they, and they ain't trying to, sitting up talking about they love you and they ain't trying to leave. He just having fun with you. That's it. He don't want to leave. Men are not going to be anywhere that where they are unhappy. That's it. That's it. That's all. Women will stay in situations for the children. Um, and men ain't. Damn all that. I love my kids. Send them to me on the weekend. I'm gone. They're not gonna be anywhere where they are unhappy if there are not any ties like marriage or none of that stuff. They're not gonna do it. So that's why women need to start opening their eyes when these men tell them this, and hey, I got a lot of loyalty to Slim. She, if I, it ain't good to leave right now because they make all these excuses. When they want you, it ain't nothing that's gonna keep them away from you. Yeah, but he still be running over here when I quit talking to him. That's because he don't want nobody standing in the way when he want to come and lay up with you when he can get out. And so women need to stop wasting their good years on guys like that. I never understood how women could date married men. I'm not listen. I'm okay. I'm not trying to be judgmental because I know people get caught up in situations. Don't y'all please don't think I'm being judgmental, okay? But and vice versa, because I was talking to one of my guy friends the other day, and he said, Tamara, I was so wrong. He said I was dating this married woman that lived on my street, and he said I would be standing in my window and I would see. I'd be looking at when her husband pulled out. She'd be standing out there in the driveway. She would see me and her looking at my window, and she would call me and say, "I know you saw that trick just pulled out. Come on over here." He said, "I think about that now. I was wrong as hell to be messing with that married woman like that." She Johnson says, "I agree, T. But nobody, but see, he was just having fun. Men are wired up a little differently. He know he was wrong. I said, "What you have do? You in love with her?" He said, "No, I wasn't in love with her, but I know I was wrong for messing with her. She was just giving out free ass to him, even though it was wrong. She was married. That's what the way he looked at it. But women are wired differently." I never understood how a woman could call a married man her boyfriend. That's my boyfriend. He got a damn wife. That's my boyfriend. Don't he live with somebody? Yeah, but he ain't happy. Well, how come he ain't over there with you? Well, he ain't happy. He not happy. He just don't know how to lead. Men don't stay nowhere where they ain't happy. I'm telling you that right now. If he is there, ladies, it's because that's where he want to be at. She Johnson says, "I agree, T. No time to waste when you got yourself together." Kawana says, "Big facts 100, let me be." Sooner or later he'll start saying, "I got to start looking at other options. I've got to get the hell away from here." Because I can't risk. I hear men say it all the time. When they start messing with women and she's single, they hurry up and tie her down. No, I want to be together. I've had guys to do me like that. I'm like, wait a minute. I need to see what it is. No, I want you to be my woman. It would scare me a little bit. What the hell going on with him? That's because oftentimes when they see good women and they know what they want, they don't want to give no other man the opportunity to get you. They'll hurry up and want to get in a relationship with you. Just make sure they ain't trying to hurry up and get no coochie. and then they'll hurry up. They will marry you. They don't want. They want to get you off of the market quick, right? They want to hurry up and get you off of the market. They don't want to give no other man, because just like he recognized you was good, other men gonna recognize it. Um, I am. She's on. I agree to you. No time to waste when you got yourself together. Absolutely, it ain't no time. But I understand what you're saying, though, Gorilla. Gorilla mainframe. I understand what you're saying, and you're right. She says men can be loyal for specific reasons. If you take those reasons away, the loyalty will leave. I agree. The reality says can't deal with married women. Hell, I don't even deal with married with women that's in that girl. Right? I don't be want nobody that's got somebody. That's why it's a dangerous game when men start doing that. Now, men, y'all got to be honest. Y'all know y'all have somebody, and you lie like you ain't got nobody. Then when the women know when something ain't right. Go, wait a minute, something ain't right. He don't answer his phone around a certain time every night. No, at a certain time he don't stop answering that phone. We're already. That's why you hear men say you were already looking for something. You right. You stop answering your phone at 10 o'clock. You fall asleep every night at 10. It's something that ain't normal about that. Your phone off every night at 10. You know, I only see you on certain times, and I ain't been to your house. That's a red flag. Women are so emotional. They already done fell in love with the man. They don't know where he live. He's already shown some red flags, and they ain't never even been to his house yet. I couldn't be with a man if I don't know. I haven't been to his house. I gotta trust him now. I ain't just gonna jump and go to his house and I just met him, because he could be a damn serial killer, and I have to shoot my way out, right? But if he don't have a address and he don't read it, because for one thing, men be trying to hurt. That's the main thing they be trying to do. Hell, they be trying to hurry up and get you to their house when they ain't got nothing going on. When they got something else going on, they be trying to get to yours. Okay. No, you don't need to come to my house. I'll come to yours. That's a red flag. But those that are that are single for real, that's what they be trying to do. Hurry up and get you up in their crib so they can try to get you in their bed. And it ain't just certain times of the day, because they might have a woman at work on the second shift. If that's the time he's trying to get you in there, and he ain't trying to get you over there any time of the day, that's a red flag. A dog on the haystack. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, but anyways, the line is open. Y'all, the line is open. Be quiet, please. Um, y'all was talking about why are more black women single and black men aren't committing, and why the family structure isn't being promoted anymore. I think there has to be a conversation. And then we got to be honest too. People make bad decisions, because you're supposed to be emotionally stable enough that when you know that somebody, whether it's a man or woman, has played games with you and they got somebody, You got to go back to the drawing board and say and ask yourself before you start pointing the finger, because people play games if you let them. How did I miss this? And be honest with yourself. Damn, I mean, they never, I never even been to their house. I don't even know where they live. They gave you all these excuses about why I'm rebuilding, I'm living with my cousin, and he live in the projects and all of that. They don't give a damn. They trying to get you in their room in the projects. So you gotta start, when you find out about that, you gotta be emotionally strong enough to walk away from that and not say, well, I'm in too deep now. No, that gets you messed over, because people will use you up. Because one thing for sure, if they lie to you, it's because they have a habit of lying to people. It's not their first rodeo. You just another victim. And so once you start kicking up smoke, they're gonna try to love bomb you and lay up with you as much as they can. And once you start kicking up smoke, well, you said you love me, we gonna be together. Okay, it's on to the next victim. Okay, this right. I didn't had that coochie enough or that dingling enough. This person kicking up too much smoke, because I ain't, that's why it's just good to go on and walk away. Don't let people keep you pulled into stuff that is not conducive to you. And then people have a nerve to be bitter. I'm bitter. Why are you bitter? I was with a married man for 25 years and he never married me. Why? How could you dedicate your life to somebody for that long? When he died, his wife gonna get the insurance. When you die, his wife gonna get everything, and she's not gonna even let you come to the funeral. You have women that they be married, they be with men, and the wife and them probably been separated for 30 years. They never get a divorce. She's not responsible enough to make him get a divorce, and she be with him for 25 years. He been separated from his wife for 30 years. When they die, his wife get all his social security. She's his legal wife, so she's over the funeral. Even though he been living with you for 25 years, she gonna say, get this lady up out this damn funeral. When I paid for everything, well, thank you, but this my husband. Okay, I know you say that was your man, but I'm the wife. They'll pull their wife card and put you up out of there. The girlfriend ain't gonna put the wife up out of there. And the wife might even have another boyfriend. Her and her boyfriend be sitting at the front of the damn funeral. And the woman he been with for 25 years, they done escorted her out. So people need to start being more responsible. You done been with him while he was sick and all of that. She might have been smart enough to put insurance on it, but she ain't gonna get nothing else. Her own insurance. So that's why I don't know how people, that's why when I said I don't know how people get tied up with doing stuff like that. Hey, Goldilocks, get tied up with doing stuff like that, because it's, if you done been somebody living with somebody for 25 years and they ain't got a divorce, all the divorce cost is what, $500 now? Shit, I knew somebody that went to the Home Depot and got an app and divorced her husband. They used to have them little things them little apps and stuff, or something you get, and go online and divorce them. It might be a little bit more complicated now, but I mean, at the most you're gonna pay is $1,500. You've been with somebody 25 years. You could have saved a damn dollar a day. You could save $20 a week. That ought to be the goal, nigga. You gonna divorce that woman. And if he can't come up with $1,500, I don't even know what you want with him. After 25 years, he ain't what you want with him. But you can't be married to her. You sick now? I'm taking care of you while you sick and being loyal to you. And she get ready to get it all. And I've been with you for 25 years. I'd be a damn fool. But it's a lot of damn fools out there. Y'all call in. What's up, Mr. Parker? We're talking about why are more black women single and black men aren't committing. why isn't the family structure being promoted? Because just like the man said, I think I might be repeating myself. I was looking at the guy Ali that used to be with Nelly with Saint Lunatics. He was saying he's a man. Ali is a nice looking man. He's married. He's been married now for 20 years. Men, um, if he you've been dating him for longer than 2 years, he only with you. He's staying with you, and he's still looking for something better. Who wouldn't want to, if you love somebody, wouldn't want to be one and build with, when you get to talking about, well, me and my boyfriend building. How long y'all been together? 5 years? He ain't married you? No, okay. He getting you to help him to build so you can make him more attractive to other women. That's what's going on. Mr. Parker says, ain't gonna happen. I plan on having a relaxing weekend. I'm not calling in to argue. he enjoying the 4th of July. Okay. But as I said though, before all y'all started getting in here, I said women, we have to work on ourselves too, ladies. Listen, ladies, okay, because I'm a lady. I'm getting ready to tell the women. I'm getting ready to tell the ladies. Ladies, when we're wrong, start apologizing. Make sure you're wrong, though. Don't apologize when you know that nigga is lying. Okay, when you know he lying, don't let him make you apologize. There are levels to love. Unconditional love is healthy love. Yeah. Isn't it beautiful when there's an unconditional love? When people truly can love each other through. He said that's the best you get. No, I'm serious, ladies. When we're wrong about something, make sure that you're wrong about it. And if you know that you're wrong about it without a shadow of a doubt, apologize. Stop not apologizing, but make sure you're wrong without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm gonna tell you this because I said this earlier that sometimes we know when a man ain't when he done something wrong. They be wanting us to apologize, and that's what you call a narcissist. Women do it too. You ain't got no proof, but you know what you know. Baby, you didn't find no proof. Now apologize to me. Make sure without a shadow, because see, I think that's like a narcissist to want somebody to apologize just because they weren't able to find the proof, and you know that you did it. So make sure that when you make sure that you're wrong without a shadow of a doubt, it ain't nothing wrong. Go back and apologize to that man. Baby, I went and I looked this whole thing through and I was wrong. Okay, I apologize. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. There's a lot of good men out there. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Men don't understand women when you have a woman that's bitching and fussing all the time, and you know you're not doing right. She doing all that because she loves you. Okay, she doing all that because she loves you. But once she get to a point where she don't, when you don't, and this is in any situation, when you don't hear women going off and cussing and fussing about something anymore, you need to be worried. You better be real worried. That's when you need to get worried. Um, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but tell me if I'm wrong. That's right. Key word was him saying fine. I'd marry you strictly for the laughter. I'm telling you, listen. People be thinking I'm mean. I'm not mean. I listen, mama, I have my mama and them, my sister and them cracking up all the time because they understand my humor. It might seem like I'm snooty and stuck up and stuff. I'm so far from that. I'm a jokester. I just be a lot of times I be saying it in a real serious manner. That's why I don't when I say something to guys and they don't know how to take the humor of it and they want to get macho all the time. That I don't deal with guys like that. I'm telling you, if she quiet, she don't fuss and stuff about it no more. It's something going on. It's something else going on. It's something else going on. Okay. Okay. I used to date this guy and he would get ready to go somewhere every night. Baby, I'm gonna get ready to go such and such. I'm gonna talk to you just so you know I ain't doing nothing. And I would go, where are you? What are you doing? Why you had to get out this late? Baby, I've been on the phone with you all night, blah, blah, blah. He kept doing it. It's like, okay. Then after a while, after he started doing, baby, I'm getting ready to go such and such. Okay. Then he started getting worried. What you got going on? Because when he started calling me, if I missed that phone call one time, he had a fit. But I mean, he did that. He did it to himself. Mr. Parker says one thing is for sure. If a woman don't fight you for y'all, it's over. It's over. I'm telling you, it's over for real. When she don't care no more, it's over. It's over. If she ever starts thinking about the if she ever starts thinking about entertaining the idea of dating another man, it's over. I'm telling you, it's over. Because most women, when they really love a man, they don't even entertain the idea of dating another man. That's why I was telling y'all earlier, like I've been in my relationships always last a very long time. And so as a reason, like my daughters was like, Mom, do you even know when somebody is flirting with you? You don't even know when men are flirting with you, do you? I was like, no, because I don't pay it. I don't pay that I don't look that deep into it. I guess I don't know. One thing for sure, yeah. Y'all make sure you all hit the like button. But y'all, we definitely got to get back to the family structure. I would love to see that myself. I would love to see that myself. I would love to see young ladies letting having a family the healthy way be their goal. That's number one. Making sure they get themselves together, right? Going through school, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing wrong with as they call it, the antiquated way of doing it. It worked for many years. Now that we have stopped doing that and they've started doing something else, we see how everything is in disarray. Everything has gone awry, right? When we tell our young ladies, go get your education, do something for yourself, okay, and then meet you a man that's gonna be good for you, and teach them what a good man does. A lot of women don't know what a good man is supposed to do, and then get you a husband and then have you some kids. Okay, get you a husband and then have you some kids. But now they've been taught that when we tell these young ladies that we're being judgmental, that's not being judgmental. I mean, you don't talk bad to a girl because she goes and have a baby out of wedlock, child. If that's the case, I guess folks, because I went ahead too. I went ahead one, and then I went ahead another one. Okay, and nobody could ever tell. Nobody's gonna call my kids no bastards, no nothing, not unless they want to fight. Those are my babies, so it's not right to do that. I was looking at and I love Pastor Marvin Winans, and I was just so shocked that at his church they was complaining about. I was reading an article a few years back that he refused to baptize he refused to Christian. Is it Christian? He refused to what's the word that is called, y'all, when you go and you dedicate the babies? Is it Christian or Kristen or something like that? I know I'm getting tired of saying it wrong, but he refused to do that for the babies that that whose parents were not married. He would only dedicate the babies and hold the ceremony for the babies whose parents were married. So I automatically you're making a difference in children. Those are all babies. And so I was really shocked that Pastor Marvin Winans was doing that. Um, Realty, hey boo, you enjoyed your holiday. Another pastor had all the baby mamas sit in the back. You had a child out of wedlock, you had to sit in the back. Yeah, that see stuff like that I just don't agree with at all. And it should not be accepted. It shouldn't be accepted. Because of the practices of what so many people do, that call themselves religious people, it has really, I believe it has really ran a lot of people away from God. Because they feel like it couldn't be no God, simply because of what a lot of people are doing in the name of God. I always tell people, if you read your Bible, it's good to, go to church and listen to to the word of God, but go back and read it for yourself and get a and make sure that's what it says. I always say that, go back and read it and make sure that's what it says. Get an understanding for yourself also. Ain't that some shit? How in the hell yo got him? End up in my damn thing. Lord have mercy. You guys make sure you like, share, and subscribe, okay? Some of the ingredients to unconditional love is loyalty, respect, physical attraction, compromise and communication, self-preservation, and many other ingredients create unconditional love. Parker, that's how he said it's goofy and it's hypocritical. Another pastor had the baby mamas. Yeah. People go and do stuff and they do stuff way worse. And they want to make somebody feel bad about going to have a baby and not being married. Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah, I'm happy that I got on early today. I did. I was gonna get on later at like 7. I was like, I think people should be off, and I was like, well, I got something I got to do later tonight, but so I came on early. Yeah, that's what it is, baby christening. Um, and I'm glad that I did come on. I think this conversation is needed. Like Malik was saying earlier, that we got to start promoting this more, the family structure. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what I was looking at. Let me show y'all. See, they had a lot of beautiful black women that covered themselves. This Dorothy Dandridge, Gladys Knight. Is that Gladys Knight? That looks like Dionne Warwick to me. There go Miss Pam. Look at all this beauty. I love it. I'm gonna tell y'all something. People always asked. My mother has gotten a little darker now, but when I was younger, my mother was light complected, right? And as you know, as you get older, your skin tone starts to tone down. My dad is very dark skinned. My dad and my dad's dad. So all of my dad's girls are chocolate. Okay. All of my dad's girls are chocolate. And people say all the time, um I hear people say, and I know that it happened because you still have that light skin, dark skin situation. People feel like the closer you are to white, the better you are. You know what I mean? I don't buy into either because I understand, when they talk about red bones and stuff like that. I have a daughter that's very fair skinned. And so she's very light complected, right? Because her dad is mixed. So she took a lot of his mother's and them complexion. And so she got a lot of flack, right, for being that light complected. And so it can work both ways. I understand people dislike you because you have light skin, and then people, I guess, they'll try to mistreat you if you have um dark skin, okay? And so, but for me, if I would not want to be, I'm chocolate, okay? I'm dark chocolate. I wouldn't want to be any other complexion than and people go, but you ain't dark chocolate. Where I'm brown. I wouldn't want to be any other complexion than what I am. I love the melanin that is in my skin, right? But I've always told my girls, because I have one that's very light complected and one that's medium complexion, to love who they are. It has nothing to do with a complexion. And I think that we have to get away from that, right? So when they ask me, they go opposites attract, were you always attracted to light skinned guys? No, light skinned guys always chose me. But if I've always been attracted to that brown, it has always been sexy to me, but I don't really care about a complexion because I'll date a dark skinned guy or a medium complected guy or light. It don't matter because it's about how the person treats you, right? But I've always said that medium brown is just really sexy to me. Like how Michael Jackson used to be when he was black, right? Before he turned white. Thank you, I am she John. She said, I've been missing you, T. I'm talking about the real little T, okay. um, but I always like to revert back to this, you guys, too. Because I'm so freaking obsessed with the 70s. I just wish I grew up in the 70s. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's look at this. This is black families in the 70s. And notice the dictation before they started bringing in ebonics. They've really done a work on us. I'm serious, they have.
Saturday afternoon. I think that what's happening in America as far as black men, black women is concerned, is that there's a revolution within a revolution. We are fighting our own woman. Our woman will not allow us to emerge as black men. No. But our black women who has been put in this role of aiding white America, white structure, and castrating the black male has continued doing this. She cannot live with us. It's not that we can't live with her.
Are you blaming us? Are you saying that it's our fault that this happened?
No, I'm not blaming black America women. I just said that I'm blaming the system. They are victims of the system like the black male.
Well, why do you say that we are castrating you? You say that you want to be the leaders. Okay, well, what about the black professional woman? Are you saying that there should be no black professional woman? Are you trying to deny black women the right to be creative, the right to function?
We're not asking for you to take a back seat.
That's what you
We're
said.
saying that you have got to be astute enough and can view the situation well enough where you just automatically know what your role is and step back. And whenever you want to have that aggressive thing, this is the thing that the young black man today is not going to tolerate. My old man tolerated it because his old man tolerated it. It came up for years and years and years. But today, the young black man is not going to take it. He's going to be out there as a leader.
White America has used black women to keep the black male in his place. And you're still aiding them by saying, well, we are qualified, we want to work, we can help.
Okay, how are you going to reprogram men?
Okay, so these men back in this was like back in 1970. Black men kind of had issues with black women working because they knew what their role was, and that was to be the head of the household. Right. I know things have changed today, but they preferred to take care of their families because that's what they saw. I understand most, just because of how things are now, is most two people gonna have to work. But you have men back then fighting because they're saying, I'm the provider. I want to take care of my woman and my family. Now the roles have changed today. You got men, you gonna hold me down? I don't want a woman unless you gonna hold me down. That means let him live off of her, basically. Okay, y'all see how things have flipped?
So that they don't let us take over what's supposed to be their responsibility. And men that I have had dealings with, they are perfectly willing to sit back and let us do anything we want to.
I don't think that you have to reprogram men. I think you have to reprogram women.
No, you have to reprogram the man so that he will forcefully take what belongs to him, because you know women, as long as we can get, we're gonna get, and it's part of our being. We're going to do anything to you that you let us, whether we want to or not.
I agree with her 100%. Women we kind of push the limits to see what we can and can't get away with as it relates to a man. Okay. A lot of men will let you know quickly. Nah, baby, that's not that ain't gonna work here. You're not gonna do that. She said that. It's the truth. It's just like a child. They kind of push the limits to see what they can and can't get away with. Okay.
You don't want to live on the level of income that I can afford you and love me on the basis of that. You want to always be aspiring to have all those things that's a part of the great middle class white American society. And because I can't deliver these things to you, you say that you are not a man.
I don't measure a man by how much money he can bring home. I measure a man by how he treats me. Whether when I'm tired and I'm sick and I'm scared, he's there.
For these women, the men are there.
Right. And that's what men don't understand. That's so true. See, it was now they had started having these conversations. That was in 1970. I love y'all go back and look at that. I love to go back and look at stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just obsessed with it. Hold on one second. Go back and look at around 1986, where they did a documentary on the vanishing black family. That's basically when they really started forcefully. They looked at us as a project. It really happened around like 1984, 1985, because I'm old enough. Like I can remember like 1985. Okay. that's when they really started. That's when you started seeing the structure of the Black family be demolished completely. Okay, and they got a documentary on it right there, right here, where it says the vanishing Black family. These are teenage girls and stuff that was pregnant that had hold on.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. It's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Yeah, this was in 1986.
I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
I ain't thinking about holding up for no sex, my man. If a girl, she get having a baby, carrying a baby, hey, that's on her. I'm not gonna stop my pleasures because of another woman.
What about birth control? What about condom?
Girls don't like them things. They don't like them things. I'll tell you to take them things off. They figure that you saying that they filthy or they dirty or something.
It's been a startle.
Wow, when you go back and look at history, you start to understand quite a bit. This stuff didn't just happen overnight. It didn't. It didn't just start happening. It didn't just start happening overnight. It looks like to me that they really started some stuff started happening around 1970. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know, but anyway, there has to be some reconciliation, y'all, because Black men and Black women need each other, or we got to get away, rather whatever race you decide that you want to be with. Okay. We got to get away from what we're doing now. Just hit it and quit it. And you're having babies that you don't want, and babies and children know when they are not wanted. I never understood how a man could have a one night stand with a woman and that lady becomes pregnant and go, I don't care nothing about her. Well, what about your baby? I don't care nothing about her. Yeah, but that's your baby. She shouldn't have never had that baby. How could you not care about your own child just because you don't care about the woman? The child come out looking just like you. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I need to um I need to cook me something. I think I'm gonna make me a homemade Mexican pizza. I got me some little things. I pulled out my ground turkey, and I think I'm gonna make me a Mexican pizza. So, anyways, you guys, and I'm gonna run over to the bonding company, go and get some of these clowns out that went to jail last night. Mr. Parker says mothers choose the welfare check and public housing over the men, and men refuse to push themselves for more financially. Men were content with the menial labor jobs they were given. And I just be joking when I say clowns. Don't take that personally. Okay, you're not a clown. Yeah, and a lot of women are still content with a lot of women are still content with that. A lot of women are still content with that. The welfare system. I don't understand how somebody could continuously, I'm talking about for many, many years. I understand when people have to have a hand up until they can do better. Everybody has had to have that, right? But to continually be on welfare for 30 years, or well, you can't be on welfare for 30 years, well, for whatever, and you not get a job, you can't, there's no way you can live like that. You can't live like that. They should be taking that opportunity to go to school and stuff. That's what they should be doing. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I need to cook, and then I need to start preparing myself to go. But anyways, you guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you all stopping in today. Make sure you enjoy the rest of your weekend, okay? And be safe, all right? And I may try to get back on. I don't know. No, I'll get back on tomorrow, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.